Thanks, Joel. Much appreciated. Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Angus Thwaites. I'm here to talk to you about phone as a channel and how it can be added to your ABM strategy. My colleague Pauline is available on the chat, so if anyone wants to ask any questions as we're going along, she'll be happy to answer them or attempt to answer them. So just to give you a little bit of background on me and then perhaps a little bit on the business, I joined the telemarketing company in 2004, started as a telemarketer, then became an account manager, ran a number of teams, and then moved into the sales team, and now I'm a senior business development manager. Over the past 18 years, I've seen many things change in the industry. A lot of people at different times have said that telemarketing's dead, but we're still very much alive, and I'm glad to be here talking to you about how we can support account-based marketing. So I do appreciate this isn't about us and pitching our business, but I did want to give you a little bit of a background around the telemarketing company. We're a specialist established in 1990. We only deliver voice, and the vast majority of our clients are business to business. We're a compliant business. A lot of our work is regulated, and a lot of our clients work in finance, insurance, and healthcare. We've got a full set of industry accreditations. We work to best practice frameworks to drive operations and training. We're ISO 27001 accredited, and we've got full FCA authorization. We are agile. We need to be, because things change and our clients need to be able to change and adapt as required. We need to be able to change for our clients. We're particularly well placed to support enterprise-sized businesses. And we're a UK-based business, but we've got global reach. We offer a full range of voice from our offices in Brighton, and including 15 plus different languages. Finally, about us, there's just a couple of our clients who we work with, and a couple of points to go around that. You'll see there's a vast range of business types and sectors, very different profiles. Telemarketing can be almost universally used, helping deliver sales growth in lots of different sectors. And finally, about us, we on average, our clients stay with us for around 4 years. So that's us done. Let's look at account-based marketing and how phone as a channel can really add value to your ABM approach. While there are many ABM technologies, a successful account-based marketing strategy must be underpinned by some basic marketing fundamentals. These include high-quality profile data, a channel able to reach the right decision makers, deep, authentic human engagement, accurate insight and understanding to inform strategy and align resource. My main aim today is using examples of our experience and our work to show you how using the phone can support in lots of different ways some of the fundamental elements of successful account-based marketing. So why ABM? The benefits are clear. It stands to reason that focusing budget and attention on those key accounts that offer the highest potential for driving growth and revenue will deliver a better return. No one is in any doubt that ABM is an effective approach. Lots of statistics confirm this. But there are challenges, and whilst the goals of ABM are pretty clear, some businesses are still grappling with the practical aspects of implementing successful ABM. Despite the technology and automation available, account-based marketing can only be effective if the fundamental building blocks are in place. When we speak to clients, these are the challenges that they talk about in relation to their ABM. Identifying which accounts to target, particularly post-COVID, since there's been much change. Scouring data to support integrated omni-channel ABM programs. Gathering insight to inform strategy. aligning sales and marketing and targeting resources around common goals, personalization, developing scalable content and messaging, and testing and measuring ROI. Let's look at some of the fundamental characteristics of a phone-based approach. This will give us some insight into why this aligns well with account-based marketing. It's agile. It can target any stage of the customer journey and account life cycle. It's a proper two-way channel. There's one-to-one personal contact. We're actually speaking to the decision makers and we're building trust and relationships. Enables profiling and data hygiene, creating a solid foundation for all marketing activities. It captures deep insight and market intelligence to inform overall strategy. It's disruptive in a good way when done well, extending your reach beyond other channels. It can deliver truly sales-ready leads, converting sales qualified leads or marketing qualified leads, and it can remove bad quality or poor fit leads. And it's data-led, it's highly measurable, it supports segmentation and precision targeting. Okay, let's dig a little bit more into the attributions and some of the real examples of how we've done this for our clients. If we start with your data foundation, accurate data is essential to account-based marketing. It forms the basis of all activities and ensures you're able to identify and target the most profitable segments. Telephone data cleansing can generate a database of clean, accurate, and up-to-date data, including gathering relevant job titles, email addresses, direct numbers. We can get consent from relevant decision makers as required. It can help generate new lists of contacts where there's so many different job titles or similar roles that have different job titles, and that data is difficult to find on a standard database. To give you an example, Black Larder, who offer workwear such as high-vis clothing, safety boots, work gloves, and work across Europe and the world. They came to the telemarketing company as they didn't really have a database that reflected their target audience. They needed a foundation to launch digital activity into key data segments in the UK market. Having worked out the key sectors, what they needed to target to maximize their opportunities, the telemarketing company called in and gathered key information required. While many people associate ABM with small numbers of records, it can be relevant to work effectively with large volumes, as long as it focuses on a qualified audience and those most likely to become profitable customers. When you are looking to build data foundation, which will allow you to accurately target those high value accounts, telephone research is a valuable tool. Now let's look at account selection and segmentation. Once you have a clean, accurate database, you're able to segment effectively, assign resources appropriately, and deliver a targeted message tailored to your priority customers. Only by segmenting and grouping your database accurately will you be in a position to target your message strategically. We helped ITW Construction to do just that in the UK and Scandinavia. So ITW Construction Products is a leading manufacturer of fixing, fastening and drilling systems for wood, steel and concrete applications. ITW undertook extensive telephone research to better understand their customers and potential customers' needs and requirements. We were finding out how much was spent on tools and consumables, what products they used, and how loyal they were to particular brands. This way, they could create segments to reflect customers most likely to be profitable and look at ways to market different messages to those correct customers. The program began with 1,000 records for the UK. The study was then extended to other countries, Denmark, Finland, Norway, and Sweden. For ABM or any successful targeting strategy, you need segments aligned to your priority audience, supported by accurate profile data. Effective account-based marketing is also reliant on strategic insight to inform your message, proposition, and overall strategy. A clear understanding of customer needs is essential. Phone research establishes trust and rapport and can deliver deep, accurate insight very quickly into a targeted way. Not only can suppliers then deliver a message and proposition finely tuned to those specific needs, they can also understand where their proposition falls short and evolve their offer to continue to address customers' needs and build lifetime value. In fast-moving sectors such as technology, securing and maintaining accurate insights is a particular challenge, and this was the case for Tech Data when we started to work for them. So Tech Data Corporation, large multinational distribution company specializing in IT products, they had an issue. They were unable to understand why some resellers were selling only subsets of the full Cisco portfolio that they were offering. Gaining clarity on those resellers was a real challenge for them, and support requirements would enable Tech Data to tailor their approach for each individual reseller. So Tech Data came to TTMC as they weren't getting enough insights from their resellers. They'd looked to gather this information via their sales team, and they'd sent online surveys to their resellers, but they just weren't getting enough penetration. So the telemarketing company called through the records that had not yet responded, taking time to gather the key bits of insight, and 6% of the target audience responded. So it proved a very effective form of marketing for them. This is just one of many examples of how telephone research delivered strategic insight that enabled our client to refine and develop their strategy. So ABM must be a multi-channel approach, and this can be difficult to orchestrate. Phone's a very powerful tool that can extend reach and increase the impact of your overall strategy across all channels and processes and teams. So phone contact is highly personal and can be strategically targeted at segments and customers that digital channels may not be able to reach. So identifying and getting attention of senior decision makers who are perhaps less active on digital channels, and we can give them a highly personalized message. Phone can be targeted at any stage of the buying cycle, plugging gaps where digital leads fall short. For example, cold calling to identify key personnel and building structure, taking early stage digital leads through a well-qualified sales ready opportunities, cutting through digital noise to get the attention of senior decision makers you would otherwise not have access to, establishing trust and rapport that are hard to achieve through digital alone, and delivering highly personal, agile messaging that chimes with each individual. And finally, gathering insight to inform messaging for a true multi-channel approach. So the work we did with Miele is a really good example of this, and shows how phone integrates with other channels and really helps to refine and improve an overall strategy. So Miele has been operating for around 90 years, offering high quality white goods into the business sector. They had an excellent network of digital partners to help them provide leads, and needed a telemarketing partner that could provide personal, tailored approach that would evolve in line with their long-term sales and marketing strategy, integrate with their digital channels, and extend reach and deepen impact. So TTMC worked really closely with Miele's other marketing partners to deliver a fully integrated and aligned approach. By taking advantage of these attributes, the agility, insight, and highly personal nature of telemarketing, Miele used the phone channel to maximize the reach and impact of their strategy across the channels. This helped almost double the conversion rates of the leads that were being generated. Trust and relationships are vital to long-term client partnerships, and nothing builds trust relationships better than real human interaction. So phone supports closer relationships, an insight-led approach which deepens engagement and increases loyalty. A highly personalised approach, tailored to customers' needs, feeds ROI and builds lifetime value. As long as you understand and address customers' needs, they will see you as a trusted long-term partner. Brush engaged TTMC to support their key client development. So Brush is the world's largest manufacturer of generators above 20 MVA. So the generators that you see in airplanes and things along those lines. They need to deepen engagement and penetration within their key customer segment. They need a channel that could help launch and communicate benefits of a premium offer and deliver a tailored proposition across a range of industrial application areas. In addition, they wanted to capture insight into the market, see what competitors' offerings were in use and within their priority audience. TTMC called in for Brush and managed to convert 50% of the targeted data and gather key information to help Brush manage their direction of marketing. When dealing with priority accounts with significant potential lifetime value, the highly personal nature of the phone is very effective in building trust and relationships. If you don't have the skills or bandwidth to implement a strategically target telemarketing program in-house to support your ABM strategy, a specialist outsource agency can add significant value. We can offer dedicated telemarketers who are wholly focused on calling, systems designed to enhance productivity and reporting, giving full transparency of campaign performance, every call available to support training and coaching. The agility and expertise of an external resource can be targeted to deliver a highly personalized ABM program, or, as in the case of Enterprise, another of our clients, used to free up hours used to free up the house resources so they can handle those high value accounts. So Enterprise are part of the largest transportation solution in the world. After a lengthy engagement process involving 10 agencies, Enterprise chose TTMC to manage their inbound business-to-business lead qualification process for rental cars. B2B leads are generated either digitally or through individual Enterprise branches. They're then passed through to TTMC to triage into 3 different priorities. The larger opportunities are passed back to Enterprise for their in-house team to manage and secure. Any medium-sized leads are managed and processed by TTMC, who then follow up on an account management basis. And any small volume of leads are then guided through a self-service portal to deliver them opportunities themselves. This process has helped the Enterprise by freeing up their sales team to look after those key accounts and not miss out on large potential opportunities, because their time is diluted managing the high volume of leads that weren't necessarily worth their time and effort. The initial calling was so successful that now we offer the same services for vans as well as cars, and we call for them in Germany, France, and Spain. In this example, a strategically targeted outsource team enable Enterprise to fully implement their account-based strategy and use their high value of in-house resource to target the most profitable customers. So this brings me to my conclusion. The goal of account-based marketing is to channel resources where they achieve the greatest return, as in the example where we looked at with Enterprise. Phone is an agile, highly personal, data-led channel which adds value to ABM in multiple ways. It's reliable, the reliable intelligence to unify strategy and approach, a robust data foundation so you can intelligently target the right people with the right message at the time, an agile channel that extends your reach and fills gaps in your digital program, relevance that supports upsell, cross-sell, conversion, deepens account penetration, it extends lifetime value. Unified goals and data-led approach that enables you to test and refine ABM strategy as needs evolve. So hopefully I've shown you that telemarketing can be a valuable tool to help support and optimize your ABM strategy. Thanks for your time. It's very much appreciated. If you want to have a chat or ask any questions, feel free to do so, or visit head over to our booth and chat to us there. Thanks for your time. Cheers.
Angus, thank you very much for that. Great to understand how you're working with your clients and in ABM activities and other things. Just a couple of questions from me, and if anyone's got any other questions, feel free to use the questions tab to ask them. I can see that your colleague Pauline is very proactive there already. But in terms of the pandemic, we often talked in this event so far around the impact of the pandemic. How have you found? Was there been any impact in terms of your ability to reach people over the phone, whether it's in the office or on mobile phones? How is that? And has that actually what impact has it had on kind of at all that you've seen in terms of the applicability of telemarketing in this?
Yeah, no, it's a really good question, and obviously it's something that we get asked a lot, because and to be candid, it's harder to get hold of people. You know, it simply is, because people are at home, and initially, especially when people's systems weren't set up to be at home, you know, it became harder to get hold of people. So our decision maker rate, so the number of decision makers we speak to, has dropped. But on the flip side to that, it has had an effect on one or two campaigns, but the vast majority of our ongoing campaigns, we haven't seen an effect on the results, and that's down to the fact that people seem to be more relaxed working from home and actually more willing to have a conversation with you. So whilst our decision maker rate has dropped a little bit, our conversion rate of decision makers has increased. So you know, it's guesswork that people are more willing to talk to us at home, but it's certainly, you know, that's what's actually happened. So it's been quite an interesting journey.
It's fascinating how those sides. It kind of like alludes back to one of the session this morning with Hotwire and Jeremy from Amplitude was talking about you know, getting people out of their office environment, and actually the propensity of that to create you know, warm and engaging kind of environment which you wouldn't necessarily have if you were in a meeting room. So it kind of makes sense, doesn't it? It does feel also, just listening to the examples you cited, it seems like where telemarketing, I guess there's lots of applications around account-based marketing, but particularly in the insight stage, which is actually, for me, that's one of the core differences between account-based marketing and other kinds of marketing. Because, you know, I'm guessing, I'm reading between the lines of what you're saying here, is that, you know, there are lots of different sources of data, but some stuff you just can't get for established means, and you just got to call people up and ask them the question. So very interesting.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. And a number of our clients come to us for exactly that reason, because, you know, ultimately that is the simplest way of actually gathering certain key bits of information for a client.
Okay, well, Angus, thank you very much for your time. Really great contribution to this event, and great to hear how telemarketing is being useful in this context. It's not a conversation I've had before, so really useful. Very great to have that on board. So thank you for your time, and hope you can join us again for an event very soon.
Cheers, Dale. Thanks for your time. Nice to speak to you again.